Welcome my creative friends, Dennis C. Nolasco here. I can't believe I'm just now posting for 2021. But if this is your first time watching, I've been documenting my progress on the Evolve Arts Foundation curriculum, so make sure to subscribe and comment on my progress as I work to improve my art skills. I'm currently working on Block 1, which is about value and form. There are 4 total blocks, which is similar to a semester but done at your own pace. So depending on how many hours you can put into each week, you can be done in about a year on average. At my current pace of roughly 1 assignment a week, it'll probably take me about a year and a half total. It's been tough having time or energy to paint in the evenings after work. So I've decided to take the wise advice of getting up an hour early to paint for an hour every single day. Although I'm not a morning person, I've got to say this does make a big difference. I get out of bed and immediately go to my studio in a spare room and start painting. I've been reluctant to do this for a long time because I thought I'd be really sleepy, but it's not the case. Since it's the very first thing I do before getting hammered by real life, I have the energy, enthusiasm, and focus to paint. So if you're in a similar situation, I highly recommend getting up early to do your creative task. I just can't believe it took me this long to figure this out. One caveat though, since I'm only painting an hour a day, unused paint drying on my palette is a very real issue. To mitigate this, I've decided to put half the amount of paint per color, so 2 centimeters of paint instead of 4 centimeters. This should solve the issue of wasting unused paint. Assignment 9, Mushroom Cone. We are ramping up the gradient difficulty with 2 curved objects this time, a mushroom and a cone. Also, this is the first time we're doing a gradient for the extreme light shade on the mushroom. Note that the cone requires a bit more dexterity to paint the gradients because the curve of the form is much tighter near the top. In addition, it needs to remain in balance throughout the length of the cone. Real life has been hectic recently, so my progress on these has been slow going. With that said, I managed to retain my skills and it did not take me too long to paint this. To be honest though, I didn't spend as long reworking the gradients till they're perfect. Not sure if that's a good or bad thing. I changed the lighting setup yet again and I like the evenness and brightness my current one provides. But one negative is that it causes sporadic reflected highlights throughout the painting that makes it look like white spots on the canvas. Note the top part of the cone's cast shadow and the table edge shadow at the right. I laid the paint a bit too thick there so the camera picked it up. Also, I think I should have left more of the extreme shadow from the cone's coarse shadow intact so that it matches the cast shadow on the cone better. The actual painting time for this was a bit over 7 hours. I didn't spend any other time with Evolve other than the painting. Here's the critique I got back from the instructor on this assignment. Quote, "Thanks for your submission. It looks better than you think. You need to keep the following points in mind for future submissions. Remember that gradients are formed from careful focus and diligence. Your gradient on the cone is a bit sharp at the moment. In the future, keep working the edge until the gradient is smooth and try to keep the extreme shadow intact as you make this gradient. Keep up the hard work." I hope to start posting more regularly since I've dialed in my work ethic, so don't hesitate to come back. My friends, also make sure to click that bell icon so you're notified when I do upload. If you want to see work in progress of all my art studies, please check out my social media or my YouTube community tab. I'm currently studying 5 art subjects. I do evolved artist paintings first thing in the morning, then perspective studies afterwards, followed by a brief ink master studies, then comic book master studies, and lastly I just started learning Blender for 3D modeling. Alright everybody, until next time, take care and God bless.